Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this channel is all about my journey throughout CRNA school. So today's video is going to be a semester 3 week 8 update. If you guys are interested, let's get into the nitty gritty. I cannot believe that I'm already halfway through semester 3. It's like, it seems like only yesterday I was hoping to be at this point, and I'm here, and I'm literally a semester and a half away from finishing the didactic, and that is so amazing. Like, I literally hate being in the classroom right now, and they just announced to us that they're gonna cancel the clinical days because it was like clinical orientation for us because we're not really supposed to be in clinicals yet. So I was only able to get one day in this semester, and it was amazing. I've mentioned already that I was in cath lab, and it literally was just like rejuvenating, revitalizing, just confirming again why I want to do this, and I really did enjoy it. But it's like kind of like a little downfall too. Like the extra day taken away for clinicals was like a little nerve-wracking, knowing that we had 5 classes plus the day that was going to be taken away to do clinicals. Because I'm being honest with you, after clinicals I was beat. I had to wake up super early, the nerves were on high, and then to be getting out of there at like 3 o'clock, I would get home and I just wanted to sleep, just rest off the day. I really had no energy to do anything for school. And usually I would just be getting in my car and heading back home from clinicals because it was on Fridays. So yeah, it was just, in a sense, it was amazing because I loved the experience, but it took away a day from every week. And they were kind of trying to fit us in, because then it got to a point where I think what it was is that they have new management in terms of the anesthesia group, and they wanted less people in the ORs. I think they were thinking that it was too crowded because it was like a student plus a student on orientation and then the CRNA. So it was just too many people. So they were prioritizing those students to go into clinicals and not the students that were doing clinical orientation, if you know what I mean. So we were scheduled to go, and then we would get canceled last minute. So I would have to wait. I would have to stay in Naples and wait to hear if I was going to be chosen to go or not. And it was kind of like, I don't know, it became more of a problem than it was good. I do appreciate clinicals, and they were awesome, but I'm actually a little grateful now that I have the day back to study for other classes and do other assignments. That being said, let's talk about where I stand in terms of grades and the classes and what's going on. So halfway through, I'm in 5 classes. I mentioned, not 10, 5. I mentioned which classes I'm taking, but I'll go over them now. I'm taking Health Informatics, which is an online class. I'm taking Patho 2. Then I'm also taking Surgical Procedures 1. I'm taking Anesthesia for Coexisting Diseases 1. And then I'm also taking Regional Anesthesia. So those are the 5 classes. And then let's talk about grades. So Health Informatics, the online class, we have to do discussions once a week and respond to 2 of our peers. And then we have quizzes along the way. There's only 4 quizzes. They're 5 questions each. They're not too difficult. I think there's one coming up in a week or 2. Yeah, I think it's like every 4 weeks there's a test. So in terms of that, I've gotten 100 on each quiz, and I've turned in the assignments on time, so I've gotten 100 on those. And we have a paper and a PowerPoint due on week 12, which I still haven't gotten to, and I need to do that. But I predict that I'll be able to turn everything in on time, and that I should be getting an A. At this point, I have 100 in the class. Then Regional Anesthesia, we had only 1 exam. We have 1 exam. We have the second exam coming up next week. And I'm not sure how ready I feel for it, but the last test we had, I only missed 1 question, which is awesome. I got a 96 because it was only 30 questions, so each one was worth like 3 and some change. So I'm happy about that, and we have modules for that class as well. So every class coming up, we have to do 5 questions, and he pretty much gives us a completion grade. So for that, I have 100. So my grade, I think, averages to about a 97. So I have a 97 in regional, 100 in health informatics. Patho, I only had 1 exam. I have the second exam coming up next week. And I only missed 1 question as well. So I got a 98 in that class. And then we have workbooks as well. So it kind of boosts the grade a little bit. But we'll see now coming up on this next test what I do. Because that one feels like, I don't know, I feel like the material is a little bit of a review, but there's a little bit more in depth going on. So I gotta still go over some material, which I'm gonna do as soon as this video ends. So I have a 98, maybe like a 99 based on the extra assignments in Patho, a 97 in regional, 100 in health informatics. Then coexisting diseases, we just had our midterm this past week, and I also did a case study with some of my classmates, and she gave me full credit for that, and I got a 90 on the midterm. So I'm sitting like a 93 in the class, I think. We only have, for coexisting diseases, we only have a final and a paper. So I don't know if she'll just give us a completion grade for the paper, but I did the math, and if it is, so we get 100 if we turn it in, I should need a 77 on the final in order to keep an A in the class. And then surgical procedures. So this class is the same class that I had general principles, and I had anesthesia equipment in semester 1. So it's the same professor that I mentioned. I forgot which video that I was preparing for finals, and that I had all my my to-do lists going on, and I just put for that one, I don't know. And that's the same way I feel for this class. Like, she gave us a study guide, and I kind of went over it, but I also didn't know what to expect. There was a lot of things in the study guide that were never covered, so I thought, okay, if it's in the study guide but there's never been a lecture on it, it can't be something too deep. My first mistake. And a lot of questions came from the things that were mentioned in the study guide, but she had never covered it, so I didn't know where to guide my studying. Should I read the whole chapter on that? I didn't, so I regret it, and I ended up getting a 76 on the midterm. That being said, there is pre-class assignments that I have to do every week, which I've been doing, so I get full credit on those. And then we have a final and a case study. Oh, and a scholarly paper. So that kind of gives me a little bit of a buffer in terms of, you know, the grades that I need. I did the math for that, and as long as I get a good grade on the paper, last semester she was the one that graded the paper very harshly. If I get a good grade on the paper, I can still manage to get an A in the class if I get an 85 on the final, which is not impossible. It's just that I didn't know what to expect when it came to the material that she didn't cover. Now I know I have to read everything. Tendertons. So far I'm sitting at 4 A's and 1 C, but that C will be picked up really quickly when I get that final grade in, which I do have to wait until week 16 to redeem myself, but I'm not worried about it. I do feel like I have a better understanding of, you know, what I need to do for that class, and I need to at least put more of my efforts to that class than to any other class, since I'm doing the worst in it. And I feel like that one I have the best chance to pick it up. That being said, I feel like that's about it in terms of updates for this semester. I am happier with the content that we're learning this semester. I feel like I'm excited to get through it, and I just really want to get to semester 4 already. And it's amazing to me that I'm almost at a year in this program. Time just really flies. You don't even notice it. Yeah, so I have 8 more weeks left in this semester, and I look forward to updating you along the way. I don't know. I feel like there's not much more I can say as far as what's going on in my life. Yeah, that's it. Well, that's it for this update. I look forward to updating you guys in week 12. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.